Hello, I'm your host, Khalil Bradley, host of the Khalil the High Level Sports Board YouTube channel and Facebook page. And today it's gonna be lots to get down to. I'm gonna talk about just a huge breaking topic that is, and something that you probably are gonna be wondering about. Conor McGregor retires from UFC, and does he really mean it? I'll be getting into the fact that Jacob Degrom has signed a 5-year, 137.5 mil extension with the Mets. I'll also be getting into the fact that Larry Baer, you all know him as the San Francisco Giants owner, San Francisco Giants president, CEO, suspended, that is, for a domestic abuse case, that is, that you saw on TNT Sports that he snagged a phone from his wife, that is. So he wasn't arrested nor charged. He's gonna be suspended through July 1st, by the way. Michael Avenatti getting arrested. So you know him as a lawyer, that is. So he's arrested yesterday, that is. I'll get into that for sure. I'll also be getting into the fact that Francesca Belibi, that is, she became the second woman to win the 2019 Powerade Jam Fest since Candace Parker back in 2004. I'll get into that for sure. But first things, I want to get down to Conor McGregor, who announced around 10 p.m. last night that he's retired from UFC. And the truth is, well, if you remember, 3 years ago, he retired young, even though he didn't retire. He fought, back in August, he's beating guys like Nate Diaz, but Nate Diaz Nate Diaz beat Conor McGregor. You also saw he had a mega match with Floyd Money Mayweather. Floyd Money Mayweather beat him. You also seen him. Well, look. Let's listen. Conor McGregor. I mean, he's gotten into all sorts of these things, really. Because, really, if you remember the bus attack, that is, back in April of last year, that is, through a dolly. That court case is behind him for sure. He did community service, did anger management, he did all that. And then when he fought against Khabib, that is, he lost that fight, and he got into Khabib, and there was a massive brawl that happened in there, for sure. So Conor McGregor was suspended, got a 6-month suspension and fined $50K for that. He is eligible to come back in next month in April, that is. And then last week he got arrested once again for destroying someone's phone. He'll be in court on April 10th, that is. So now, and then last week he goes to a bar, Chi-Town Chicago bar, simply saying to everybody that he wants ownership of the UFC, he wants his own fair share of ownership of the UFC, because the UFC is worth $4 billion, that is. And he's saying that he wants a rematch. He wants a third fight against Nate Diaz. Wants a rematch with Khabib. He only wants to fight and then Tyron Woodley wants a shot at him, for sure. I mean, even though he smashed someone's phone, Ahmad Abdurzak's phone, that is. He was singing property. He's singing 15K in damages and emotional stress. Once just against Conor McGregor, but and then he was seen at a bar, that is, in Miller's Ale House in Hollywood, Florida, serving up steaks and then proper number 12 whiskey, that is, serving to everybody. And then basically now, he said he was on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon last night. And Jimmy Fallon asked him a question that says that, so when are you going to fight again? Conor McGregor says, someone in July. And basically, I'm really not sure. Look, listen. Conor McGregor's lost like 3 fights. I mean, come on, lost to Nate Diaz, lost to Floyd Money Mayweather, lost to Khabib, that is. And then he got arrested. But look, listen. Here's my suggestion right here. If you're really going to retire, look, if he really means it, my suggestion for him, stay retired. Because you went on Twitter and you just said you were going to retire, even though 3 years ago you retired when as young, but obviously you didn't. Now Conor McGregor's saying that he's retiring for sure from UFC. My question is that for everybody, is Conor McGregor really one and done? Is this it? Is this the end of the road for Conor McGregor? Is he not gonna get any rematches with Khabib and Nate Diaz? And no Flynn and that Chicago bar, I'll tell you this. He did not say nothing about a rematch with Flynn Money Mayweather. I can tell you that right now. He never said that. So really, no one knows at this point if whether he's gonna fight. I mean, he's supposed to come back in April next month. That is, well, next month as in April 6th. And I would be very curious if he came back. So really, I mean, I'm obviously not buying into this for sure. I'm really not, because I'm not sure if you guys were awake. But really, I honestly don't buy it. And if Conor McGregor really means it for sure, if he really means it, like, really, you're gonna retire. That is, look, Conor McGregor's one of the biggest UFC stars in history. Box office attraction, we all know that. Made a whole lot of guap in his grass, which he has. So basically, I'd stay retired. I would definitely stay retired. I mean, yesterday, Gronk and he retired for sure. He's going to stay retired whether he likes it or not. Nikki Bella, she retired. That is. Conor McGregor, is he really retiring for that is? And do any of you guys really think there's a come back to the UFC? I mean, and I know his court date's on April 10th, so I'll tell you that. So does Conor McGregor really mean it? Is he really going to stay retired and not fight again? That's what I really want to know. Because I'm very curious about this. I really am. Hopefully he does the right thing by staying retired, that is, and not come back from the UFC. Or maybe he'll do the unthinkable. Maybe, a week away, he might, show up to make his first debut at WrestleMania 35, which is around the corner. That's 1 week away. Maybe he would definitely show up. He would definitely sign with WWE. I mean, I'm curious. I mean, I would love, honestly, that would be a good move. I would love to see Conor McGregor sign with WWE. That would be really good. And it could happen, this month, next month, or WrestleMania's next month, that is. I mean, he could sign with WWE a few months from now, or next couple weeks. I don't know what the case is, but I can tell you though, that Conor McGregor, he's definitely going to stay retired and not fight at all. So, in my case, I think this is it for him. He just doesn't have any options left. So let me know exactly if whether or not you think this is the end of the road for Conor McGregor, or if you think that Conor McGregor really means it, despite the fact that he's retiring from UFC for good. Let me know about that. I'll respond and address that, and I'll get back to your questions and answers and your responses along the way as well. I'll tell you that. So that's how it is right there for him. So who knows what Conor McGregor is going to do, whether he's going to stay retired or come back. Everyone's going to get their answers soon enough. Now, when we move on to another topic I want to address is the fact that Jacob Degrom, that is, he has signed a 5-year, 137.5 mil extension with the Mets. That is so. It's a huge achievement right there. It was really incredible. So he's got a long ways to go. So he'll get it through. He'll get it through for sure. So that's a lot of you guys want to know for sure. So I'm very curious about it for sure. I'll tell you that right now. So Jacob Degrom has signed a 5-year, 137.5 mil offer extension with the Mets. So congrats to him on that part. That's pretty good. Now I want to get into another topic. I want to address as well. Francesca Balebi, who's a Stanford recruit, that is, she became the second woman to win the 2019 Powerade Jam Fest since Candace Parker back in 2004. Since Candace Parker back in 2004. She's a Stanford recruit, by the way. So congrats to Francesca Balebi, that is, winning the 2019 Powerade Jam Fest dunk contest. So congrats on her for that. And my goodness, something that many people were looking forward to, something that many people were excited about, and it changes everything, right? It changes their perspective, it changes everything what women can do these days. So really incredible milestone. So it's really awesome right there. So I'll tell you that it's pretty good. Now we get on to another topic I want to address is the fact that San Francisco Giants CEO, that is Larry Baer, that is, he has been suspended through July 1st, that is, for the altercation, for a domestic abuse altercation that he had with his wife, Pam, that is. And you saw it on TMZ Sports that he tried to snag a phone from his wife, that is, and he was not arrested nor charged. He basically wasn't, and he did apologize for sure. And basically he did resign as Giants CEO, that is. So really, that's how it all went down right there. And he's going to seek counseling. So hopefully he learns his lesson and tries to refrain himself from doing something he's going to regret for the rest of his life. So, not a good idea. You made a big mistake and you should have known better. So hope he learns his lesson right there. And that's all there is to it, guys. Now we get on to another topic I also want to address is just the fact that I did mention as of yesterday, that is, that the lawyer Michael Avenatti yesterday was arrested and charged for wire and bank fraud and extorted more than 20 mil from Nike, that is. He intended to get a publicity to be substantial, financial, and do some reluctant harm or Nike. Roman Reigns, Mr. Man's already even met. He represented Stormy Daniels in his lawsuit against the Trump kisser. Stephen A. Smith in there. Roman Reigns, but really, so he was in custody. He was in Mankind Court.
WrestleMania 35. That's Sunday night, April 7th at MetLife Stadium. First things first, because this is just I'm just particular.
So
stuff, Roman.
these are two cases in New York and LA.
Luckily we have a great crew that can build these sets for us that make it pretty.
It's Roman Reigns, yep. So
But we're at MetLife Stadium. The set is gonna.
So again, back to my story. Back to it. Avenatti threatened to had a conference on the eve of the NFL on Nike's earnings call and started the NCAA's men's basketball tournament. Allegations of misconduct by Nike employees. Less Nike makes 1.5 mil payment to Avenatti's client in possession of information if they'll do inflicting damage to Nike, that is, and to and retain Avenatti and an unnamed co-conspirator by the name of Mark Garagos,
Randy Savage got arrested. So I mean, all of these guys. I go
Garrett
back and I've
Garrett,
never
who happens
missed
to be
watching a WrestleMania, but I've never
who
actually
actually
been to
represented the
one
collusion
live.
case for Kaepernick,
What is it like?
for
Go ahead.
the stupid idiot Michael Jackson,
It's massive. Like,
Jesse
the
Smollett,
scale,
who was jumped on
I'm
charges.
trying to explain it a little bit, but
Avenatti,
it doesn't do it justice.
his client that is an AAU amateur, AAU
Everything from
basketball coach that is, which is an amateur athletic,
we're in a football stadium, man. You know what I mean? It's one thing.
amateur athletic union coach that is, basketball coach that is of Cali.
10,000 max.
Now these are two cases that happened in New York and
8,000 people.
Cali, that is in LA, where in New York, Avenatti was arrested for extorting more than 20 mil from Nike, and Cali, that is, he was charged for money and bank fraud, for wire and bank fraud, that is. So he's arrested for that, but he was released on a 300K bond. That is, he can't have any travel. He can have restricted travel, but he has to stay away from Mark Garagos, that is. So, you know, so this is the same dude that's also the representative lawyer.
On a more serious note, just for a second here, I mean,
For
those that may not know, you've been battling leukemia for
for
over a decade, and you recently
the individual
announced that it was
for
back
the
in remission. I want you to talk about first of all
the
how you feel.
accusers
We're all hoping that you sound like
of the piece of trash R&B artist R. Kelly, that is,
and what this battle has
who was
been like for you, sir.
charged for 10 counts of aggravated sexual assault, that is.
You know, to focus on my health and to rest.
Also, yeah,
You know, really
he's sending those sex tapes, that is.
to my support system.
That's the same guy. So
His medical team and my
basically, that may not be coming to. Basically, yeah, that's the same guy right there. The whole press conference about that. And basically, you know, this story got this breaking news topic got a lot of attention yesterday. So it's very unfortunate how this all came about. But you know, also says that he was charged for embezzling a client's guap, that is, to pay his own debts and expenses for a huge coffee business and a law firm, defrauded bank using fake tax returns, taking millions in loans. Avenatti demanded that Nike pay a client 1.5 mil to stay silent regarding claims coach may have known about what he knew about Nike's alleged payments to players and families. Avenatti and the co-conspirator, and Nike too have an offer that. So Nike's attorneys called the New York Southern District, and prosecutors were aware of Avenatti's threats and extortion demands. That is, he reiterated expecting to get 5 mil from the guy and get a hold of investigation. It was recorded. That's the why it's called wiretapping. That is, recorded call by Nike's attorneys. If you don't do that, we're finished. I'm not kidding around. I'm not playing games. You guys know enough to now to realize you got a huge situation. It's worth more an exposure to me. Blow the lid on this. Few millions of dollars doesn't move the issue.
These are the kind of things that have been looked into.
Not messing around with this any longer. If you guys think you know we're negotiations of 5 mil and you're hiring us to do investigation 3 or 5, he's paid at 3 or 5 or 7 mil, I'll go and take 10 bill off client's cap. This is what he's saying. This is what he was saying, by the way. But he's not messing around. Avenatti is co-conspirator. Get 10 mil return to be paid and deemed and demand earned when paid assurance of 15 mil and billions of hours and billing hours and 25 mil max. So you know, it's all people got people from all over the country. parents, coaches, and friends and others.
driving and being here
You have
on
me
this
some text
long
messages.
as we
90%
can.
of this
So sometimes we have
is
to take a
BS.
step back
Always
from what our
BS
personal,
90% of the
I feel like
time.
our, career goals might be,
So
and
yeah,
focus on the small
got
things
released on
like
a
ourselves.
300K bond.
As you know,
Now,
as
if he's convicted whatsoever, that
as
is,
a young
he gets
man, as a
50. He could
fighter,
get 50 years in
sort of a
prison.
family.
Now, these are
We
two
always
separate
put
cases in
people
New
ahead
York
of
and
us,
LA.
we always put the team in
So
front of us. So sometimes,
basically,
in order for us to
this is
take
pretty
care
much
of
got
us,
everyone's
take care
attention
of
right there. As
ourselves.
you
So
found out yesterday,
I think a lot of people can go
also
through
says that
insecurity of
yeah.
thinking they're being selfish.
So basically,
And, trust me,
he
I went
signed
through
up
the
for
same thing.
1.6
Thinking, man,
mil
why do I have to take
settlement in
that? I just want
2017 to
to
retain
be the protector, the provider. But if
a
you
client
aren't
that, yeah,
protected and
on
you
his
can't provide for yourself,
hidden the personal
can't
bank
do the same
account,
for others.
Avenatti
So I think, with that
defrauded bank
mindset and just, helping our ignorance
for millions,
to
submitting fake
condition
tax returns in
and just
2011,
educating
2013, even though he
ourselves is going to
didn't,
make us all
you know,
smarter,
get,
and far
even though
more
he didn't do tax in
prepared
2011,
for,
2013, that is,
a bad occurrence or a rough
4.5 mil
situation
each
or,
year and paid
settle
2.8
numbers so
mil in
you're going to get the
taxes.
taxes down.
All of them were lies. He never did those tax advances.
ESPN News. Before I let you get on out of here,
Taxes
let me
these years
transition
at
to
all.
another subject about WrestleMania
50 years
35.
behind bars.
I think for the first time in history, females are going to be a part of the main event. How big of a deal is this?
So
in
this is
your
pretty good.
estimation, and how
So
much
this
do you
is so he's
look
done
forward
for right now. So
It's huge.
who knows the next for him?
I mean,
Who
this
knows?
is
I'll tell you
something,
that.
the women's revolution.
Could more developing
The
storyline for
women's
that. So
revolution,
that's all I gotta
been
know for
just
once.
that. We've seen these women evolve from,
But
people who
all there
were
is to it.
getting a few minutes out of a 3-hour
And
show to
just another topic I want to
dominating,
address as
throughout
well
the
is the
show,
fact that
telling a 3-hour story. And, I think it's refreshing.
the minute I got to
Realistically,
Petra Kvitova,
these
she was a
women
tennis
step
player
up and
who
rightfully
basically
so.
was
They've done
stabbed.
a lot of awesome work
The
at this
individual that did
point.
it robbed her,
And I love the
got 8
fact
years
that
in
we
prison.
highlight that.
So
We don't shy away from it. It's everything that we do.
all there is to
We
it
are
for once.
pushing
So
these women
Petra
to be
Kvitova,
as
tennis
great
player,
as
she's
they
in
can
good
to
spirits
get
right
every
now,
answer
and
to
she's
call
recuperating very well. So
and to be able to see them,
that's all there is. That's all I gotta know for
pushing
once,
their
though. So
career and on the grandest stage
she's
of
doing
them
okay
all,
for
and the
now.
main event, closing the show. I think
And
it's a
that's
huge
all there is to it,
testament
by
to
the way.
women all over the world and all through different walks
Also,
of life.
Blazers player
If our women put their
Yusuf
minds to it, there's no
Yusuf
one that can hold them back.
Nurkic,
They
that
can do
is,
anything, if not
suffered a
more, than
grueling
us
leg
men. So
injury
I
and
really am
didn't do
super
so
grateful,
well.
and
So
that I'm
he's
gonna be
done
able
for
to
the
experience it,
season.
and I'll be there live.
And
I'm just so proud, and I just want to send my
just
congratulations, because if anybody knows about the main event,
it's
it's
just
me. And I know the
Gruel
awesome
is a
responsibility
big part of
and
the team, and
opportunity
it's
it
just a shame to
is,
see
and
something
how
like
it
that
can change
happen,
your
though.
life.
So
So
hopefully he'll
the
recover from
girls
this,
are
and
gonna have
thoughts
a
and prayers
great
out to him
time
as well.
when
This is a
you
tough
get
one right
into that
there.
work, 'cause
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for the Khalil the Habit Sports Boy YouTube channel, Facebook page. And please be sure you always like to subscribe to the Khalil the Habit Sports Boy YouTube channel, Facebook
they've
page.
done an awesome job, and I can't wait to watch the match.
Roman Reigns, 3-time WWE champion, right here with Stephen A. ESPN Radio.
Send me your comments, your tweets, your reactions,
Time, buddy. Looking forward to seeing you.
your thoughts.
WrestleMania 35 at MetLife Stadium, April 7th. Thanks so much, buddy. You take care of yourself.
Thank you, my man.
All right.
Yeah.
One and only Roman Reigns right here with yours truly. Stephen A. Smith Show, ESPN Radio. 888 say ESPN.
So that's all there is to it right for now.
729-3776. We'll close out the show.
Thank you
Your
very
calls
much.
in a
So
minute, so don't touch that dial.
that's all there is to it
Stephen A.
right
in the
there.
house.
Send me your comments, your tweets, your reactions, your thoughts on Conor McGregor retiring, that is, even though some people are surprised by it, some people are probably not. Let me know about that. Some of your responses, let me know if you think this is it for him. Let me know if you think it's going to come back to the UFC or what's next for him, who knows. Let me know about that, and I'll respond and address your reaction and comments about that. Let me know, tell me what you think of Jacob Degrom getting a 5-year, $137.5 million contract extension with the Mets. Tell me what you think of Michael Avenatti getting arrested for extorting more than 20 mil from Nike, and him being arrested for wire and bank fraud, that is, in New York and LA. Let me know about that. I'll respond and address to it. Send me your comments, your tweets, your reactions, your thoughts of Larry Baer being suspended through July 1st, that is, for snagging his wife's phone, that is, for the alleged incident, even though he wasn't arrested or charged, that is. Let me know about that. Be sure to send me your comments, your tweets, your reactions, and your thoughts about
Hi, I'm Maggie from Peachtree.
Let's see, what's her name? Francesca Balebi becoming the second woman to win the 2019 Powerade Jam Fest since Candace Parker back in 2004. Let me know about that as well. She's staying for a recruit. Let me know about that. I'll be back with more live updates, breaking news, sharing topics, developing storylines on the Khalil the Sports Boy YouTube channel, Facebook, that are all things sports latest stuff that you need to know. So that's all there is to it, guys. And see more live updates on the way. So everything new comes on, let you guys know ahead of time. That's all there is to it. So take care, you guys. You guys have a good day. Bye bye.
Or visit PeachtreeFinancial.com.